Leukemia is the most common cancer diagnosed in children and adolescents younger than 20 years old. And treatments for this type of cancer are harsh and outdated. And those who survive their diagnosis are at risk of experiencing long-term effects and life-threatening complications. Leading the charge to improve treatment, care, and outcomes for children with blood cancer is the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And today I'm joined by Courtney Addison, mother of pediatric cancer survivor, and Dr. Gwen Nichols, Chief Medical Officer for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. First of all, Courtney, could you tell us what Caden's journey was like?
Yes, so at the age of 3 in March of 2020, my son Caden was diagnosed with acute lymphnoblastic leukemia. And a couple of days later, we found out that he actually had a rare form that only happens in about 3% of cases. And our family was completely devastated. You know, Caden had to go through and endure, surgeries, tons of chemotherapy, several overnight hospital stays, and it was quite the journey, and it was very challenging, not just physically on him, but emotionally for the entire family.
And how did LLS help you and your family throughout your experience and make you want to become a champion for the great work that they're doing?
Yeah, so I actually was introduced to LLS a couple months after Caden's diagnosis from a friend of mine, and I got involved with some of their fundraising efforts, and through that I learned a lot more about the incredible resources that they provide for families. They provide financial assistance, but one of the things that really helped me and that we utilized the most were the educational resources. As a mother, when your son is diagnosed with leukemia, you feel like all sense of control is gone. And so being able to educate myself and advocate for my son, who was only 3, was incredibly important. So they have been an incredible support emotionally and being able for me to help advocate for my son so that he gets the best care and treatment possible.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about those resources. Dr. Nichols, talk about the importance of LLS expanding its commitment to pediatric blood cancer patients.
Well, we've realized that children are not just tiny adults, and in fact, our research that we have been over 70 years doing research in pediatric and adult cancers has helped us understand that the biology of childhood cancers is not the same as that of adults. And so we need to develop treatments specifically for the biology of childhood cancers. And we have to remove some of the roadblocks that are getting in the way of developing that. And one of those roadblocks is that there isn't enough collaboration globally to do trials together and compile our data together. And that's why LLS, one of the cornerstones of our Dare to Dream project, is the PETAL Master Trial. It's pediatric acute leukemia. It's a global effort for kids with hard to treat leukemias.
And how is the Dare to Dream project setting out to transform treatment and care for kids with blood cancer?
Well, as much as research and this wonderful, I'm excited about this clinical trial, those are really important aspects. As Courtney said, this is a devastating diagnosis for families, and we need to be sure every child gets an opportunity to have the best treatment, to get therapy when they need it and how they need it, and that families can get educated and get the resources they need to be able to spend the time they need to helping their child get through this diagnosis. We also are focusing on life after treatment because it doesn't end the minute the treatment ends. We have to support people in survivorship. We want to see kids not only be cured, but thrive in their adult lives after cancer.
Oh yes, we all want that. And finally, where can viewers go if they want to learn some more information?
Well, I hope that people who want to learn more will go to lls.org. But I'd really encourage anyone who knows someone who has a blood cancer or who is a blood cancer patient themselves to call our Information Resource Center. This is a free service. It is 1-800-955-4572. It's all free, and we're here to help.